Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a album review. I was supposed to go to work today, but I just was not feeling it. I had to go to urgent care because I was not really doing well. So I found out it's a viral infection, so sinus infection in a way. But still, I'm doing okay. They said it'd take a week or two to get over it, so it's gonna be a little bit. But I'm returning to you for the Silverstein I Am Alive and Everything I Touch album, their 8th studio album that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 12 songs and let you know my thoughts on Silverstein's 2015 album. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with Toronto Abridged, and that's an interesting uh, opener for 46 seconds. It's very climatic at the end, and yeah, it's a pretty good one, so 5 out of 5. A Midwestern State of Emergency is one of my favorite tracks, in my opinion. I think Shane Told's vocals are really good, scream-wise, and clean vocals are outstanding. I think this track hits hard with the drum work and guitar work, and it's a headbanger for sure. So, really enjoyed this track, 5 out of 5. Face of the Earth was actually pretty good. Wasn't that surprised by it. I was like, this is a pretty good song. So I think Shane Told's vocal performance is pretty good, clean wise and scream wise. It's really good. So I'd give this a 5 out of 5, and the song and the music video is pretty cool, along with the Midwestern State of Emergency music video being one of my favorites. So good track. Then we get to, which that's just the chapter 1, Borealis. Then comes chapter 2, Australis, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or not. So, Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory was definitely a favorite, in my opinion. Really enjoyed this track, so that's a 5 out of 5. Buried at Sea is really good, in my opinion. Really like Shane Told's vocals in this track, scream-wise and clean-wise. It's pretty good. So, really like this song, 5 out of 5. Late on Sixth is a pretty good song, but not one of my favorites. But it's alright for what I went for, so it's a 4.75 out of 5 for me. It's nice with his vocals, it's just not one of my particular favorite songs. Maybe it's a grower, I don't know. It probably will grow on me, but who knows. And that's the end of chapter 2 of Australis. Then comes chapter 3, Zephyrus. That has 7 through 9 on here. Milestone being the first one to open the 3rd chapter of this record. And that's pretty good. I really like Shane Told's screaming vocals. There's a lot of great screaming vocals, and instrumentally this song rocks for sure. So really like this track, 5 out of 5. Continual Condition was a pretty good song. I really like Shane Told's vocals in this track, and the track is a banger for sure. Some good screams and some pretty much a lot of clean vocals that I really enjoyed. So 5 out of 5. Desert Nights is a pretty good song. Not one of my favorites, but it's pretty good for what I went for. So this is a 4.75 out of 5. In the Dark is another pretty good one, because the Zephyrus one is from tracks 7 through 9, and that ends the chapter 3, and then we get to the final act of the album, which is Eurus for In the Dark, Jamais Souvenirs, I believe is how you pronounce it, and Toronto on a Bridge. So, In the Dark was a pretty good one, but not one of my favorites. But it's alright for what I went for, so 4.75 out of 5. Then comes Jamais Souvenirs. That's a pretty good track. I like Shane Told's vocals in this track. It's really outstanding, and the execution of this track really packed a punch with how it sounds melodic. Well, not melodic, just really heavy, and then it goes into some good breakdowns in the chorus with Shane Told's clean vocals. So this is pretty good. So 5 out of 5. Then comes Toronto on a Bridge, and that's a mellow track for most of it. And he does a lot of good, clean vocals in this track, but the drum work and guitar work doesn't really kick in till close to the end of the song. And it sounds really good. Acoustic wise, it's pretty good. So I'd give this a 5 out of 5. It's a really outstanding closing track for Chapter 4 and for the whole album. So 5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, I think I Am Alive and Everything I Touch uh, album was actually really good. Now, I think it's a really good album for what I went for. So I'd give this a 9 out of 10. Personally, I really enjoyed majority of the tracks. There's a few hits and misses for me. A couple songs that weren't particularly my favorite, but they did their best for what they went for. So, yeah, I think it's alright for what it goes for. I think Late on 6 was alright, Desert Nights was alright, and In the Dark sounded good, but I don't know. Some of the execution had its hits and misses. It's some weak points for those three tracks, but they still executed pretty well. So, 9 out of 10 for Silverstein, I Am Alive and Everything I Touch album for this review. I will have the next, I think Dead Reflection is the next one, and then I'll be finishing off the album, the Silverstein Marathon Studio album reviews with A Beautiful Place to Drown on the 21st. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review and thanks for watching.